Hey guys, so as you saw by the title, that tells you absolutely nothing about what this video is about. I want to preface this by saying if you live in another country, this is not going to affect you, so I don't want to waste your time watching this. And also, if you live on the west coast of the United States, this is not going to affect you either because I know I have a lot of subscribers in California. So, not to worry, this is not going to affect you at all. However, if you live anywhere from Maine to Texas, this and anywhere in between, this video is for you and it will affect you. So please watch this because it couldn't possibly be any more important. Now, I don't normally make videos like this, but because I care about all of you, I want you to know what is going on. You know, people are busy. They don't always have time to keep up with what is happening in the world because every day it's some new catastrophe, right? Am I right? And also, watching the news is very depressing. So, some people deliberately don't watch it because they don't want to be any more depressed than they already are. But this is crucial that you watch this video. Okay, what am I talking about? I am talking about the strike that is going on right now by the East Coast longshoremen. And you might be thinking, well, what does that have to do with me? It has everything to do with you. And keep listening, and I will explain why. All the ports on the East Coast from Maine to Texas are closed because the longshoremen are on strike. And what this means is that all the ships that are coming in to deliver goods for us cannot reach their destination because they're not receiving any of these things. Now, let me give you some examples, okay? I eat a banana every day. Those bananas come from South America. So there are bananas sitting at a port somewhere near me, probably, I don't know, Boston. And those bananas are just going to rot because nobody is there to receive them. So the company that makes those bananas is going to lose all that money. And that's just one day. This strike started October 1st. Okay, today's October 2nd, so it's the second day of the strike. And another example, something happens to your car and you need a part. The car part that you might need for your car is probably sitting on a ship off the coast or on the coast, and it can't reach the auto parts store because no one is receiving the goods at the port. Okay, let me give you another example. The food companies in this country that make canned goods cannot make those goods without that metal can. Guess what? The metal comes from somewhere else. We're not making it here. So they can't make any of those canned goods unless they have the metal to make the cans. So those are just three examples of what is going on, okay? Now, the bigger picture is these longshoremen want a 77% pay raise. That's a lot of money. They already are making $100,000 a year. Now, I realize that this is a hard, dangerous job that they're doing, and it's an important job. But 77% increase is a lot of money. And the people that pay them obviously are not going to want to give them a 77% pay raise. So we're at odds here because their bosses aren't going to want to pay them, and the union workers want this money, and they have the luxury of just going on strike because they're in a union. So this is not good, guys, because President Joe Biden has already said he stands with the union workers. In other words, he's not going to do anything to intervene and make sure that the strike doesn't go on and on. He's not getting involved. And so every day that the things can't come into the ports, oh, by the way, what they're going to try to do is reroute some of the ships to the ports on the West Coast, but they're already swamped now as it is, and then truck the goods. But that's really rough for anybody that's on the East Coast. That's going to up the price of everything if it has to be trucked from the West Coast. And So yeah, that's not going to work because those ports are already swamped with things coming in from China and Japan and that sort of thing. So we over here on the East Coast get a lot of things from Europe, and South America and everywhere. So what does this all mean for you? If this strike lasts and goes on, there's going to be major shortages. And then what's left, the prices are going to go through the roof. So I strongly suggest, since we don't know what's going to happen, that you get your butt to the store and stock up. I know everything is crazy expensive right now, but if you think it's expensive now, if this strike drags on, the price of everything is going to go through the roof and things are going to disappear. The shelves would be empty. If you think things were bad during COVID, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because during COVID, the docks were still open, the goods were still coming in, truck drivers and everybody were considered essential workers, so things kept moving. But things have come to a complete standstill. So please get your butt to the store and get what you and your family needs because we don't know how long this is going to last. I was running around all morning going to multiple stores because I can't get everything I need at one store and getting us stocked up like it's the apocalypse because that's pretty much what it's going to be like. And it's going to be it's going to be bad, you guys, because a lot of people aren't going to be aware of this. They will have heard of this strike, but they won't realize how it could affect them. And I say could because I'm really hoping that the powers that be and the longshoremen can come to an agreement to end this strike. But I don't think they're going to budge unless they get what they want. And a 77% increase is a lot of money when you make $100,000 a year. So this is going to have an effect on everything because companies that rely on the products that they need to run their business won't be able to get what they need. And then they're probably going to close or let people go. I mean, they can't make their products if they don't have the parts that they need. So this is going to mean people are going to lose their jobs, and it's going to be a horrible, horrible situation. But I'm just thinking like my immediate concern is having food because if the produce that's being shipped can't get here, like bananas, for example, I'm already thinking, what can I have instead of my banana in the morning because I have a bowl of cereal and I have a banana with it. So I'm like, all right, what can I have instead of the banana that's not going to be shipped from somewhere else? So anyway, I just wanted to make you aware of what was going on, the bigger implications of this, because you may have heard about the strike, but you may have thought to yourself, well, it doesn't affect me. Yes, it might affect you very much because I don't know how long this is going to drag on, and I don't know what all the things are that are not being brought in. I know car parts, certain kinds of foods, metal. It's going to be a lot of things. But if you want more information on this, if you feel like this is just the tip of the iceberg, I'm going to put a link in the description box to the video that put a fire under my butt and got me to the store today to stock up on things because it's it's well explained in the video and they go through all the things that will be affected food wise and they explain very well what the situation will be. So I'm going to put a link to that video and you can get more information there if you're interested. So that is it for today, you guys. I'm not going to be making these videos every day. Don't worry. I want my channel to be about fun stuff, entertaining stuff, life stuff, makeup, clothing, books, movies, TV shows, stuff that's going to take your mind off the disastrous world that we live in, because It's always something, and it just seems like every day it gets worse and worse and worse. So I want my videos to be a distraction from all that. So I'm not going to be making videos about this anymore, but I wanted to give you a heads up in case you didn't know what was going on. Bye, guys.